Tap people, Scott here, doing our next episode of the Weekly Pint. Again, my new video series discussing some of the beers we have here and what you should be drinking throughout the year. So today I'm going to discuss a couple limited releases we have. Very limited, 2 of them. So I mean, you get here, it's first come, first serve. But they're really great beers. People look for them. They're a little bit more available now than they were in recent years, but still they're fantastic. So the first one I'm going to go with is the barrel-aged 10 Fiddy. I've had this before. This is really good beer. If you're a fan of the basic 10 Fiddy, this is really something that you should try and get. It's smoky, really good bourbon character, really good beer for, you know, colder weather. And again, it's a limited release from Oskar Blues. Oskar Blues, you know, they were putting beer in cans before beer in cans was a thing. It was actually cool. Well, craft beer in cans, I should say. You know, the other guys have been putting beer in cans for years. But this is really solid beer. Again, we have very limited amount of these, so if you want to grab one, you should try to get here and get one as soon as you can. All right, next one's by Founders, Canadian Breakfast Stout. Again, this was a beer for years that people have been sought after. A little bit more readily available now, but still just as good as it was in 2010, 2011. They switched the bottle up a little bit this year. They actually got rid of the Canadian Mountie. I guess Canada got a little bit upset about it, but it is what it is. So this beer is similar to KBS, but it's also aged in maple syrup barrels. So basically, as the label says, it's an imperial stout brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in maple syrup bourbon barrels. This is a good beer. I know last year I had one, I aged it for quite a while, and it was actually really good aged, really good fresh. But last year I said I think the prime time to drink it was about 6 months old. So this is a 2018 release. It's fresh. So if you want to come and get one, age it out or drink it fresh, you could go either way. Again, really good beer, but really limited quantities. So if you want to get here and grab one of these, we do have some, but it's going to fly quick. So you probably want to come and grab it as quick as possible. And then the last one I'm going to touch on as far as limited releases. It's another Founders Barrel Age series. We do have a little bit more of these. Curmudgeons Better Half. So if you've had Old Curmudgeon, it's an old ale, brewed with molasses, and it's a pretty solid beer, the basic one, but then they take this one and they actually age this one in maple syrup bourbon barrels. And to me, I've had the regular Curmudgeon and I've had the Better Half. And the Better Half is like a totally different beer. I mean, it's hard to explain. It actually almost gets like, we see the guy eating a pancake with butter and syrup on there. It actually gets like a buttery characteristic. And I think the maple syrup of this one actually shows a lot more than it does in even the CBS. Get another really good beer. We do have a little bit more of these. So some would be a little bit more readily available than the Barrel Aged 10 Fiddy and the CBS. But all in all, a really fantastic beer. So if you're looking for some limiteds, these are what we have available this week. This is what we're showcasing. They'll be here, but they're going to fly. So, you know, you want to try to get here and get one. You can drink it in-house. You can get it to go, but it's a limit of 1 per person with the 10 Fiddy and the CBS. And these, we have 4-packs, so you can buy singles, whatever you want to do. So, all right. Anyways, I'm going to get into some other stuff here. So, it's the winter season. So, I'm going to discuss a couple holiday ales that I think you should be drinking. So there's many, you know, the holidays bring about tons of different beer. So I'm actually showcasing 4 that we have here. I'm not going to get too in depth with them, but just these are 4 of my favorites that I really enjoy drinking over the holidays. The first one's Delirium Noel. It's basically, I believe Delirium Noel is a quad. It's definitely a dark Belgian ale. Sorry if I'm sounding misinformed here, but it's a really solid holiday beer, released once a year. Quad's pretty big. It's at 10% alcohol by volume, so you know you need to take it a little bit easy with this, but it's tasty, it's dark, warm you up, you know, on a cold winter night. My personal favorite out of the whole group, Sierra Nevada Celebration. I wait every year for this to come out. It's a fantastic beer. It's a fresh hop IPA. So, I believe they use noble hops. They're known for like more of their bitterness. You know, everybody's into juice bombs. This is more of a basic IPA, but this has been around for years. And, I wait every year for this to come out, and I always make sure I get a 6-pack or 2 and just enjoy it because, Sierra Nevada's originator in the craft beer game. They really don't make too many bad beers, and Celebration, in my opinion, is probably their best beer. So we have this available in decent quantities. You come pick this up. This is actually, we have this to go on the 6-pack side. We have it on draft right now over here in the tap room. So you could try it either way. You get 6-pack to go and you come and have a draft and you could do a little contrast and compare. Actually, the Noel, we only have in bottles in the tap room. So if you want to try this, you're going to have to come in-house and drink it. So we got a local favorite. Everybody loves Mad Elf. Everybody knows the dangers of drinking Mad Elf, but everybody still indulges in it because it's a fantastic beer by a Pennsylvania brewery. Mad Elf's a Belgian strong ale. It's brewed with honey and cherries. This beer is good fresh. This beer is good with 1 year on it. This beer is good with 5 years on it. This is Eastern PA, Northeastern, whatever, wherever Trogs distribution is. This is a holiday classic. It's an institution. And, I'm sure everybody that comes in here and drinks craft beer that knows craft beer has had Mad Elf before, so I don't even really need to explain it. It's a big one, though. It catches up with you, so if you have never had it, limit yourself, 1 or 2. You don't want to get too crazy with this one because it's known to get you pretty drunk. So, drink it, sip it, enjoy the flavor. That's what it's made for. It's not made to session drink. Then finally, a little obscure one, a little limited release holiday beer. Hardywood Gingerbread Stout. This is a fantastic beer. I have a couple of these in my beer cellar from previous years. It's an Imperial Milk Stout. The label says brewed with fresh local ginger and honey. So, it tastes like a gingerbread cookie. It tastes like I should say a gingerbread cookie dunked in a stout. But this is actually probably one of my favorite holiday stouts. There's a ton of them out there. Stone put Shoka Base out, which is another really good holiday stout. I don't have any in stock right now. But, this is definitely worth a try. We only have a few of these left this year, but if you do come across this, either you come to the tap and try one of the few we have left, or you come across it at the store, this is definitely something that you'd want to try. It's another warmer. All these beers will keep you warm on a winter night. Maybe Celebration the least, but Celebration, in my opinion, again, is the tastiest. But this is another fantastic beer. Again, it ages well, and it also drinks good fresh. So, anyways, this is Scott signing out with the Weekly Pint, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the tap this week. Look forward to seeing you guys at the tap after the new year, and enjoy some holiday beers, enjoy your family in the holidays, and have a great week.